Hey guys, here. So today we got the lineup update. You saw this morning the 10 million coin team builder, buyer, shopping spree, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go through the lineup update and show you like why I got each one of these spots, why I'm sitting where I'm at with the team. But let's first take a word from our sponsor. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 15% off. All right, here we go. Let's start where everything does at the quarterback position. Now, there's a lot of great options this year, right? I think Madden Ultimate Team this year is the best for the amount of like quarterbacks that are viable in the game. Like, we've never been into a Madden year where we can say, hey, these pocket passers are arguably, if not definitely, better than the scramblers. So, having anything from like McNair, Favre, Culpepper, we got so many like Staffords, like really usable. Like, it's kind of neat, right? And you can kind of run a different offense different ways, and they're both viable. Whether you want to scramble out of the pocket a whole bunch, run options, QB draw, although they do fumble a little bit more now. You just got to slide if that is your offense. That's a little bit harder not to take big hits with it than just running into big hits. So, McNair, why'd I go with him? Well, he's the newest guy. I want to try him out. Is he my favorite? I would say so. I mean, like, it's hard to argue with Jaire Alexander. At 97 throw power 2 with the set feet lead gives you such velocity on your ball. It just, I feel it's more valuable than Gunslinger because of the Jaire Alexander. But like, I see the arguments, the counter arguments to say you do want Gunslinger because it does get off quite a little bit faster with the throw motion. So I see the arguments both ways, and I don't have an issue. Back up for Vic for just no reason for, I don't know, if I want to do a fake field goal ever, which I rarely do. So I'm going with McNair, but like, we get a new best quarterback every week, so that's kind of like a rotating hot seat. I got Roethlisberger back there for the Steelers theme team if I ever break that out again. That's kind of what it is. It's just like, I'll just get next week's best quarterback when they come out and then use them, evaluate them, see if the throw motion's broken like his was for about 5 hours earlier. I decided to go back to Reggie Bush with the Niners chem with the upgrade. Instead of getting something like Barry or Saquon, and running back and quarterback are very similar positions that way because there's always a new best one, right? Those are probably the two premier positions in Madden Ultimate Team that we consistently get new ones that are the best one, right? Like, how long has Taylor Mays been the best safety in this game? It's been quite a while. How long has the best, running back been in the game? A week or two? Same with quarterback. We got a new last week or two. So, like, it's just these two positions, and Reggie Bush has been great for a while, but we have a lot of competition. You got Barry Sanders, Saquon, and a lot of theme team competition, too. If you want to go the Jim Brown way, if you want to go with some of the team of the week, the Alexanders, I guess the Alexanders are a little underpowered, but you got Edgerrin James, too, is also phenomenal. I actually pulled them, so I threw him at my fullback spot because just like offensive linemen, I don't believe, like, I need a fullback that's amazing at actually blocking. I just need a fullback who's going to get out there and literally hit a block. So, if awareness mattered, I'd care a little bit more if that actually did, but he's still got 92 awareness, out of position. You can maybe, if you believe in the out of position penalties, which I haven't seen anything proven, so it's just kind of, we think it's going to be there, maybe minus 11 from it, and he's still got okay awareness. So all I just need him to do is tap a guy, and then I'm just running past him anyways, because I just want James to like hit a dude, lock him into an animation, then I'll just run around him. That's basically my whole thing with fullbacks at the goal line, and I do technically have a fullback in case I remember to put Mack Strong there, sub him in, and generally I will remember, but I've seen Jim Brown block fabulously at my fullback when I've left him in. But like, fullback dives are really powerful. When they kick off to your fullback, you want a running back there on the kickoff because you have a home run threat instead of just like, a guy that's going to get chased down. Mostert is arguably also one of the best backs in the game. This is not him powered up. I got confused. You saw it on the video. Like, chat said, "Oh, that's him powered up. You're good." No, it's not him powered up. So I was thinking about going back and powering up again. Get that +1 speed for the 49ers guy. Get up to 96 speed. He's fastest back in the game with that theme team chem on it. I don't know. He's my second running back, but like, this guy tears me up, right? This is like a phenomenal budget back too. So like, if Mostert's your #1 back, you basically have the best back in the game too. Like I said, a lot of competition there. There's nothing wrong. And a running back 3 is James there, just so I can keep his chems active. I was thinking about getting somebody like a Bruiser. I mean, James is only 225. Somebody like a Bettis type at 250 to handle short yardage duties as fullback. I got Mack Strong there who can handle a little bit. Let's take a look at his weight. He is 253. So he could handle that kind of like low distance. He's only 80 speed, that short distance, fullback dive, fall forward, hopefully with his momentum into the end zone. But I've seen like Bush is falling forward, Mostert's falling forward, Barry Sanders falls forward against me. So a lot of that is just kind of like animation based, and that reach for it thing that they put in the game just triggers randomly, and you get got. My wide receivers, I went with obviously raw speed, right? I was thinking about getting Julio back, and I'm like, well, I'm actually okay with DK, Tyler, and McLaurin. If I did want to kind of max it out, I was thinking about going to like the Seahawks theme team, but like my chems over here, so I got 49ers. So say I take away 5 49ers from my chems, and then I add that onto the Seahawks. I'm to 13. Maybe I can get rid of a lot of Steelers and maybe add like, take away 5 of those, make that 18. And then I got like a lot of guys that I'd have to really maneuver around my lineup and really nerf it hard in a lot of spots in order to get that Seahawks. So I decided it wasn't worth it. I've done the Seahawks 25, 49ers 25 squad. It did gimp me a little bit too much, and that's like not the kind of gimps that we like in the den. So Terry McLaurin, you guys know his power level is the, I would argue, best receiver in the game. With 96 speed, no team chems, obviously that can go higher on every card. He has every single route running threshold there at above 90. He is a deep threat, so if you really need a slot apprentice, one of the reasons why I actually kind of like McNair over the gunslinger is that I'm not forced into getting like a Julio who might be a tick slower than the guys I have, because Julio's at 91 speed. It chems up to 94 versus the guys that have 95 speed. So Julio is a beast, though. Don't get me wrong. Julio's a phenomenal card. Made a lot of amazing plays for me. But I decided to go with these 3 because I like them, and they were cheaper than Julio. Julio was very expensive versus these guys, and these ended up they play as well as almost, if not better than Julio, but probably about the same as Julio they play. And I don't know. I like this 3 until we get like maybe a beast Megatron. We've got Megatron for Thanksgiving before. Maybe Moss comes this year. We don't know. Hopefully that comes on Friday and we can keep upgrading the team. So there's my receiving core. Then I got Jerry Rice for the theme team guns. I can get rid of them because I have so many Niners. I don't need to get it at 30. I can go all the way down to 20. So he's kind of there just because I had him. So I might end up subbing him out and getting a 4th receiver in case somebody ever gets tired. I can put in maybe a Hopkins here who I haven't sold off yet. I'll probably sell off a lot of these cards Wednesday, usually, with the re-rolls for the training. Sometimes training goes up on Wednesdays, but usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and there are good days to sell. So I'll look to sell him. He hasn't really gone up much from when he left packs as a limited card. I don't think he got Redux, so that didn't really affect him. Offensive lineman, you know how little I've talked about it matters. I made a lot of, like you guys saw during that video, I'm like, you know what, I'm just making it for the flex. Just doing the flex, right? I bought a couple players on defense, just they're never going to see my field. But I'm like, they look cool, right? I like these cards because they look cool. Maybe I should get an upgrade on Larry Allen because he's not the highest overall, right? Because I want to be an overall flexer, 93. I'm sure I could pump up my overall if I really tried. I'd obviously upgrade right guard there. Same with Gates. Like if I wanted the best one, I would have gone with Waller there. I think what I'll end up doing is maybe when I decide I've had enough of Gates, who's 3 speeds slower than Waller, I will end up using maybe my power up pass at that point on that Waller. Once I hit level 70, which I don't know, I think I'm gonna grind a little bit over the next coming days, so that shouldn't be too long until I get that Waller. Or maybe I'll just bite down, take the Waller. It was really interesting. I was looking at Waller prices, and there's like 3 right in a row like evaporate off the market just for his Redux. I'm not looking at his limited right now, and I can, but I'm not going to. But like they basically evaporate off the market within a couple minutes here. I was like, whoa, where'd they all go? And then like there's a hard buy demand for Waller. And his price is basically, I don't remember. So it was 564, 499, and it's kind of gone up to mid 5s. And I can see it continue to rise because nobody's pulling packs. Maybe until Thanksgiving, we'll probably see a few more Wallers come out of packs and maybe lower it at all. Or who knows, maybe a new George Kittle or something comes out and top end tight end takes Waller's spot. But it'll be hard to take it from Waller because he is quite fast and a 91 overall. So there's the offense breakdown. I'm not going to go into my offensive lineman that much. Gates himself. Now, I really wish I could speak correctly. They're like catching Matt a little bit more. Like 99, 97 was a big thing. But like if catching was huge and it was like, I still haven't decided on matchup nightmare yet, and I'll get back to that in a second. If catching was huge and like this guy hung on to everything, like that would be kind of broken itself, right? Like if you could just throw it coverage, he takes a big hit and then he doesn't drop it. Like that's kind of what I feel like top end catching should be. But that's tough for gain balance, right? So that's kind of like the thing. Like, if you throw a covered pass, should he catch it because he has high stats, or is it a bad decision so a covered pass shouldn't be completed? And I'm gonna go with the don't make bad decisions, and I do really appreciate the catching. Like, there were some years where catching was awful. Like, what was the last year? Was it I think Madden 17? Guys dropped a ton of balls in coverage. Like, you catch the ball, you take like 3 steps and they dropped it. And we saw a little bit of this earlier. They introduced that bug, but you still get a little of that. Like, I see a lot of pass accurates that are, just fly off. And that's the biggest problem right now. Is like in the passing game, is like when you throw a ball, guys open, it just like literally zooms right past them. You're like, oh, so the game decided to screw me on RNG there. Thanks, appreciate that. So, yeah, here he is. 87 speed. Waller would be 90, which he kind of is a little bit nicer. But high-end pass catching hits every single route running threshold, short, medium, and deep. But I don't really throw him on any routes that go into that use the deep threshold. So it's really only the medium one with the crosser or something, maybe a corner route. But the corner route's kind of like determined based off the Hot Route Master corner route. So Antonio Gates, we're gonna keep trying out over the next few days. I have been trying him out, right? And he's done some decent work against guys, still getting separation on tight end crossers. Then we have backup Kittle and Heath Miller. I rarely go multiple tight end sets, but they're good run blockers when I do go to like goal line sets. All right, defense. Let's shift on over. Sam Miller, like this Patrick Willis card, I bought it. Really bad decision. Same with this Shaz. They're never gonna see my field. Maybe they'll see it once in a while if I ever need to switch to. I don't think I'll ever switch to 3-4. I sometimes switch to a 6-1. So, like, my outside linebackers will be out there. Then I'll have one middle linebacker. But, yeah, these are just purely there. One for the Steelers theme team. The other one because he looks cool in the lineup. So, it wasn't like the smartest shopping spree. If it would have been smarter, I would have, $600K more. And I wouldn't have Shaz or Willis' top cards. I just used whatever I had on their power-ups left. But that's where we are. Anthony Barr, he was bought off the market just to try out the new, 90 cards. He is not good, and you can see this entire team in action. I posted videos over on my second channel, so check out the gameplay there. But I mean, if this was any other year, this would be a very solid card at linebacker, right? If he could jump, I think this would be a very fun user to use. 6'5", 89 speed. Sure, not as great as a lot of the DBs now that we're seeing hit mid-90s, but nasty, right? And talking about DBs hitting mid-90s, let's switch over to the new Legend this weekend, which I think was the best card released from the weekend, which was this Lott card. 94 speed, 95 acceleration. This guy's a beast. I just posted a video a couple hours back on the second channel of this card. Yeah, with my full thoughts on him. So check that out, of course, and the other gameplays up there if you would. You don't have to. It's America, but 91 man coverage, 97 zone. I ended up putting one step ahead. I'll go through my chemistries on defense here. I'm basically running I'm running a very unique blitz out of 3-3-5 odd right now. I think it's the best blitz in the game. We'll see how long it takes to catch on, if it catches on. Maybe people don't think the same as I do, but that's totally fine. But I'm using one step aheads on Dion, DRC and Lott, and then I use a Acrobat on Maze. I was thinking about using Abram, but I go back and forth between the two. So, yeah, I mean, one step ahead I feel like is good, and it helps me some plays, but I feel like it's sometimes inconsistent too. Some routes, sometimes they'll throw a route, it'll get picked, the next time they'll get a touchdown off of it. So, one step ahead is kind of like, it ups the power level of man coverage, but it doesn't completely make it a lockdown coverage if your opponent knows how to beat man coverage. So, it's nice, but I know a lot of guys run Acrobat squads, and those things are glitchy at times too. I've had a lot of passes broken up that I didn't think should have got broken up because they made a wicked play on them. A lot of people are running double or nothings on the defensive ends. Maybe some people are using Sam Mills with Lurker. While Sam Mills has solid stats, I haven't fully upgraded him yet, of course. While he has solid stats, man, wasting the AP on a guy that you don't need to waste the AP on is kind of tough to do. But yeah, 93 speed, that would be insane in most every other year, and he would be crazy, but this is not the year for it. My pass rushers, Thomas, Mathis. When I go to a pass rush set, Mathis moves to the defensive tackle spot. Same with Donald. These two move in, and then I have Thomas and Ricky Jackson as my rushers off the edge. So I got put a lot of speed on the field. I guess Donald's not like super speed. He's like 80 speed on the squad. But that's what's my outside of the blitz. At the blitz, I'll have that front four out there too. But 81 speed, I guess. Not bad. Power move 94, finesse move 91. But I don't use any any D-line chems right now. A lot of people are saying they're running a little inside stuff, no outsiders, just to stop those guys and make them force them in passing. Like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes guys that run against you they are super annoying, right? And because like they always fall forward, they go for the fourth down, get it, like, right? It's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and they always are converting on you. And then like they'll randomly, like, some guy will trip on the field and they'll score a touchdown randomly. So it's like a very effective scheme that way. And I don't see any nerf to the stretch or dive, even though they said in the last patch they did. I still ran against guys that were kind of beating me pretty easily with it. And, you know, they ended up not winning the game. But, like, it's still, I'm like, oh, damn, this is still super frustrating. No matter how much I stack the box. I even ran commit. You can run commit to the side of a stretch, and they still scored a touchdown on me. It's frustrating. I can guess 1 out of 3 correctly. Actually, you know, in the past, like 1 out of 4. It's like passing or running, and then you got to guess the direction of the run. And even if you got correctly, you could still get scored upon. So I haven't really noticed anything change with that, but like you still need solid run D out there. You still got to go to like nickel 3-5 wide. You can go to I don't know 3-4 odd where you blitz them in a linebacker works again this year. Big nickel, you can sometimes shoot the gap if you pinch your D line, press shade, crash out. But you can look at my ebook for all those run stopping tips. But anyways. At corner, I went with almost all raw speed. And then you looked at their attributes, like, well, they're not great zone coverage. I mix in man and zone. Obviously, DRC is great zone. At 95 zone, 97 man. I went with lockdown chemistries to boost my DBs. As I feel like a lot of the very top best players in this game, like, if I ever run against a pro player, they're going to be probably throwing the ball. Like, there are some pro players that will run the ball as their scheme. And you know what? That's, you know, they win championship belts using it. So, it is what it is. But, like, a lot of the top players that I get, like, oh, my God, this guy's super amazing. They're passers. So, they'll have tougher D. So, I feel like I have to play tougher D against them. So, I basically target passers, even though I'm probably wrong to, because I'll face, I don't know. Do you guys face, do you face an even mix of runners and passers, or mostly passers? Like, if I can get a guy passing the ball against me, I think I'm having a more fun game. And maybe I should target runners, so that way I can help eliminate it off the ladder to make more fun games for everybody. Start going more inside stuff. No outsiders, but I don't know. Maybe I do got to get better at shooting the gap, bro. So I'll do that going forward in 3-5 odd. But anyways, there's the defense. I got a Hainsworth. He doesn't really do anything extra, but he's a cool-looking guy in the middle of defense. Mean Joe Green there, Steelers theme team. There it is. Special teams. I bought back the only kicker. I should improve my punter, but you know what? When I punt, I feel like a loser, so I use a loser card. I use an 80 overall. Maybe I should get it. Maybe if like a top end punter comes out in some sort of promo, maybe I'll get that. But right now I'm just using the only guy with focused kicker. Specialists, nothing too crazy here. Lockett in the slot. Yeah, that's fine too. Alexander slot. Like I was trying to decide between Alexander and Ward for my slot because I have him at 3 and 4 at my DBs. So I put Alexander there, but Ward might be the better choice. But Jaire's newer, so I've been running with Ward for months, or at least when he came out, maybe 8 months. I don't know how long ago Ward came out, but I've been running with him the whole time. So I'm like, oh, let's try the fresh blood. So I've been using Jaire Alexander. He's been okay. Sub linebackers Palomalu and Simmons just to get them in my lineup. Bush, I have at power back, but that's just to keep my running backs consistent, so I can sub in different formations when I need them. Team strat. I'm running Carolina defense, or Carolina O and Miami defense, as you see in any of my gameplays. Stadium, I guess I could change my stadium over to a domed one now that I don't need the extra Niners chem. Tomlin's there just because I upgraded him already, and I don't want to get like another coach and then have to waste all the extra training on getting him to the same level Tomlin's at. I guess I can max out Tomlin with another 4,500 training, but John Madden's not worth it this year, for anybody who didn't know. But that's it. I wanted to just talk through the shopping spree team, why I got everybody where I did, what the plan forward is, but we're waiting on Halloween, or sorry, Thanksgiving content. Maybe Halloween content is coming with how late EA has been with a lot of things, but Thanksgiving, hopefully this Friday. Maybe they'll wait another Friday. Maybe we'll just do a 1 week promo again this year, like this time, like they did with Halloween. But we're waiting, I guess. They'll probably, hopefully say something this week. All right, thanks for watching Call to Action. See you tomorrow.